Hey, what's up, guys? Kind of thought maybe I was due for another of my labeling videos. Looking at my zombie tramps as of late. And yeah, I'm just having a really good time working on these. I got my little station. I got my Risk labels, Dan Mendoza covers, Mr. Morris 86 labels. Let's take a look at what I've been doing. Actually, I haven't done these yet. These are the ones I've yet to do. However, the cool thing is I've been working on a lot of the really early Dan covers. Hopefully, I can get through these real quick because we're just kind of jamming along. Working on my extras, having a good time. I've actually been buying these again, which has been really fun. TM shoe covers are some of my favorites. I make a little decal if it's got a SIG. If this one was remarked to my gecko. To Brandon. Issue 3. One of my favorite covers is issue 8. It's a great issue. Pet Boy. It's a great one. So none of these have been labeled before because they predate my labeling. Nice remark by Dan the Man. I have that in Mylar. Metallic signature. Issue 1. Issue 1. This issue 1 is from Leonard Hutchins. I mailed my issue 1 to Kyle Rowe, so now he has one, I have one. It's kind of nice when a book returns to you like that without asking any questions. So we have here issue 7. I don't know if you can hear it, but the electric gate at my apartment complex is opening and closing on its own. It's about a little past midnight. It's just been doing that like clockwork ever since it automatically closed at 6. So, okay, we are looking for number 7. It's a TM shoe cover. It's just been really great to look at these. I'm dying to reread the series, especially the early stuff, And as we saw, it's a risk. So let me get one of these. Okay. That just leaves this. And then we'll be in business. This was a golden age bag that I made into a more of like a silver age, modern age size. It's a shame to do that to a perfectly good golden bag, but I went ahead and did that. So here's the non-risk. Issue 7 TM shoot. Kind of nice when I sort of fall into a stride. I could usually do these pretty quick if the labels are already made. Yeah, it goes nice and fast. It just feels good to be in the zone, not really thinking about anything, just sort of on autopilot, but working on something I love. Grab one of these. The artist on this issue was Winston Young, so I actually have the wrong person down, so I got to make a little correction. I thought it was Winston Young, but it's actually an artist named Anna Lanicon. So I'm just going to take one of these little round stickers, and since I don't have square stickers, let's go ahead and cut that a little bit. Okay. And I cover her name. Oop, I actually covered a little bit of the 7 there too. Okay, so I just fill that in. Still issue 7. But artist is actually Winston Young, not Anna Lenna Kane. Do that correction. All right. This is issue 8. So Dan kind of remarked that a little bit for me. I don't use these tabs anymore, so I'm going to replace those with painter's tape. This is why Winston Young is my favorite zombie tramp artist that isn't Dan the Man. He has this almost American anime influenced style. It's really adorable. His Janie Bell is just the cutest. I hope he works on some more still ill princess stuff. Good book, man. One of my favorite things would be in the back of the old issues. There'd be a page that would show you the outfits that Janie Bell wore that issue. So you just kind of miss the little things when they stop doing that. So, oh wow, this is also, so this is issue 7. We were just doing issue 7, and this time around I got it right. But the artist is Winston Young. I don't have the wrong name now. So that's good. We don't have to fix that. Try to land that straight. Boom. Okay, what do we got? Is it Dan Mendoza cover. And it's got a signature, so go ahead and include that. And just throw a name tag on it. I told Dan I really like this cover a lot. He didn't like it. Jason Martin, who did the coloring, I guess he didn't quite come up with the color of green that Dan likes for Janie. This is kind of an olive color, maybe. You know, the green that Dan prefers for Janie, or for Zombie Tramp, I should say. It's a little different than that. I have this thing about covers and profile that I really like, so she's got a really nice profile. I like that cover a lot. Okay, I remember I was using auto tape, and that turned out to be really bad because it's way too strong. This is a Mylar, so it's coming off, but on a typical bag-and board, you wouldn't be able to open this, so make sure you stay away from auto tape. Auto painting tape, it's way too strong. You, unless you want to seal your books, you know, once and for all. Oh, see, this is actually a golden bag-and board. Kind of cool. Okay, hopefully I got another issue 7 sticker. Yeah, there was nothing on YouTube. I didn't feel like putting on anything. Watch that new Batman movie or Moon Knight. I wasn't up for anything. I'm like halfway in between being wired and tired, so I just quiet time, you know? I'll be right back. Okay. And on the 7th day, God made Topo Chico. Let there be Topo. Anyway, I've been enjoying the thought of playing some music in these kinds of videos. My music of choice would probably be like classic jazz. However, got to be careful because in a lot of cases, just because an artist is deceased and their family is deceased, doesn't necessarily mean that their record company isn't in operation. So doesn't always mean that because an album or an orchestration or an arrangement is 7 years old, that it's necessarily public domain. I have had some luck finding out that a lot of George Gershwin's catalog is available for public domain, and it sounds really good. And a lot of the stuff you'll know. It's catchy. Oh, snagged it. In some cases, I think some of his stuff is still held. But was it Rhapsody in Blue, for example? One of his orchestrations that I thought would definitely be copyrighted still is available. You can play it in your videos. It sounds great. give you a lot of gusto as you're showing your books. Let's pull out another issue. Here's issue 5. I got this at Comics, Tunes, and Things in Tustin, California about 6 years ago. It's a gag on the scene in Pee-wee's Big Adventure with the bikers. I don't see Elvira, I say you let me have him gal, but I recognize this guy and this guy right here. So clearly Dan's down with Tim Burton, which you kind of think he would be, yeah. All right. What's your favorite Tim Burton movie? It's tough, right? There's so many good ones. Even like post Y2K, he's done good stuff. Big Fish. I gotta take another look at Planet of the Apes. I think I've only seen that once, but probably my favorite of his darker ones is probably like Sleepy Hollow from 1989. I did like Dumbo, though, I gotta admit. I bought Dumbo on Blu-ray and I enjoyed the hell out of it. And I watched Sweeney Todd for the first time with my brother a couple years ago. Really cool, man. But as far as his lighthearted stuff, God, it's really, really tough to beat Edward Scissorhands. Probably like an honorable runner-up for the more, serious, darkly macabre Tim Burton's might be Batman Returns, because that is a beautiful movie. Absolutely gorgeous picture. What else we got? Here's a nice one. This is only issue 3. I don't know. I'm really lucky to have this collection. I'm really lucky to have gotten to meet Dan as many times as I did at shows. Such a cool guy. Such a good influence to comic book creators. I remember the first time I went to see him in Long Beach. I didn't know what his fan base was going to be like. I thought they were going to be like cutthroat bikers or just like really, really hardcore people, And man, I fit right in. Like, I started seeing like the same faces coming to his booth, and then I started going with Airborne, and you'd see the same people, and they were this really approachable core audience. And I don't know why I was at first kind of timid that I didn't know what his fan base was going to be like, but he turned out to be really cool. And obviously Nightmare Lynch, she's Dan's fiance now. They're set to be wed. So congratulations to them, right? So this is a good cover. And she's a real sweetheart. She is so nice. If you go to a show, bring like some chocolates or donuts, and you will make friends for life. I haven't been able to back any Kickstarters for a while. My feeling was I was eventually going to see Dan at a show, and I would just bring like as much money as I could, and I would just hopefully buy all of the Kickstarter books from him directly at the show. And well, obviously that never happened because of the pandemic. However, if you go to Still Ill Princess, if you go to the site, I've learned that a lot of like there'll be overflow, and you can get caught up. I didn't think you could. I kind of thought I'd miss the boat, but no. Amazingly, the stuff, I guess they make enough where you can get it, and it's on there. I mean, I think you have to wait. I think out of respect for the people who do pledge, I think that there's like a grace period where the books don't initially go right up on the site. You know, you have to wait a month or two. But it seems like just about everything he's put out is on the Still Ill Princess site. And all the covers too, so I went on there. I should have waited for a sale. You know, look for your high holidays, look for your Independence Days, I bet he probably did one on Easter, like Veterans Day, Memorial Day, Christmas, New Year's, and he'll do like 40% off. If you follow him on social media, he'll give you a keyword to post and redeem a percentage off, and you could really make out. Do not go on eBay. eBay is so many people that just go on that site, buy the stuff, and then mark it up. Actually, let's do this one. Yeah, that's what they're all about. So this is a hybrid. This is a Dan Mendoza and TM shoe cover. So that is a novelty. It is not a risk. So let's get it. Got that signed 5 years ago in beautiful hot pink. That's TM Chew. That's Dan the Magic Man Mendoza. Or as my brother affectionately refers to him as Dozer. Boom. Dan Mendoza cover. Jack Ching Bada Bing. We got Mr. TM Chew cover. We got the collection of Mr. Riggy Pop Ali. Boom. Oh, that's doing in there. Let's see if we can get. It's too big. All right, so we're gonna do. This book just got an upgrade, so we're gonna give this a new bag of board. That'll fit. Okay, let's put that in there. I don't think we need that. Like a grocery list on that. Okay. Guess we're going like triple board on this. It's I don't know. I don't think it should be a $50 book. But if I needed to replace it, it's probably about what I'd be looking at. And I will never again have one that's dated for 2017, so that's kind of special. Back when my marker game was really on. Look at how pitched that one on. That's just really, really lucked out on that. He could have maybe signed on his side, but I'll never meet TM Chu anyway, so it doesn't really matter where he signed it. It's fine. TM Chu is working with Dad again on the Sugar Pop series. Part 1 has been the trial of Sugar Pop. Okay. So we stole the board from this book. So we need to replace it. That's an issue 4. Okay. Technically considered volume 3. There was like 2 mini series that came out. Like I think one was in the early 2000s, and the other one was like volume 2 was around like 03 maybe. So by the time this was 3rd series, already been a while. Maybe not that far back. Okay, so what do we got here? We got a TM Chu cover. It's too bad things didn't work out with Action Lab, but you know, they weren't respecting their talent, you know. They're not doing well. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that their practices weren't that good. I spent a little time at the conventions with Brian Seaton. I kind of got to see what that guy was like. He was okay, but I could see that he wasn't really the kind of boss that would inspire loyalty. He definitely had that vibe of he was in charge and not to be questioned, head honcho kind of guy. Honestly, if he had like made Dan a partner or something, I think things would have worked out better for him. And maybe, I can't do this right now, it's one of those formatted ones. I think maybe we'd at least still be able to do Dollface, because Dollface is an amazing book that I guess we will never see resolved, because I guess technically on paper, let me pause it. Let's gotta shave a little off. I guess technically on paper it states that Brian Seaton is the co-creator of Dollface, but I don't really see it, man. I think he kind of managed to get his name on there, but because of that, we will never have like any further Dollface stuff because Dan's no longer working for Maggie's farm no more, so he's not gonna work with someone who he basically had to buy his character back from. It's too bad. I mean, I really liked Dollface. She was a cutie pie character, and she deserved at least have a last issue. But what can you do, man? Ties get severed. You gotta move on. I still love my Dollface books, though. I have a nice collection of Dollface, and yeah, I take care of them. I just wish that she'd gotten a better break, because I don't know, it just doesn't seem cool that her book isn't resolved or anything. Anyhow, I'm gonna wrap this up. I guess this one I already did. These ones I got pasties on. Anyway, I'm gonna keep working on these. Those were the really early ones, though. I don't have any of the first series stuff. I didn't really start collecting this until what did it say? Like 2000, maybe 2016. I think I met Dan in the autumn of 2015, maybe like October 2015. But anyway, yeah, I love this stuff. I work hard on this stuff. I love the collection, and appreciate you watching. Okay, thanks a lot.